Welcome. In this video in the series, as we learn about Python, like the basic skills around Python, we will be looking at the what we call loops. In Python, or in a lot of scripting languages, you you talk about. I mean, every time you hear about loops, so think of for loop and while loop. Both of these, what they do, so they allow you to loop. They allow you to loop, or in other words, to repeat. Allow you to repeat a block of code multiple times. So that's kind of like how the loops concept works. So the loop concept, it's like let's start with the while, the for loop. So let's start with the for loop here, the for loop. So we're gonna start with this one here. That's number one. An example would be like you always start with for, and the next thing could be anything. It could be x, so it could be anything. It could be x. So then you have to define a block, right? For x in range, like here in range, and then you specify the block in range 5, meaning 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have the column to define what you want to run, right? So we want to print x, remember, so this should be the same here, x. So print x, and that's it. So this is the for loop. The outcome you should expect is the outcome should be, like 5. So you start counting from 0, you go to 1, you go to 3, you go to 4. You see, so in reality, in a lot of in the IT language, usually computers, even zero, that's your point. So you started counting from 0, right? So you remember we have 5 there. So this will be like 1 for you, for the computer, because 0 also counts as number 1. So then you have 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why the output should be this one here. I'm going to take you to the command line. We will play with that and see what happens. All right, let's go to the command line quick here. So we are on our command line, and I'm going to create that file. So this time I'm going to use Nano. Nano, that's another editing tool, and I'll call it for loop. Remember the extension, always .py. And what we want to put in there would be for, let's use that. Whenever you use that hash or pound, that's to say this is a command. This is a comment. So say using the for loop. Using for loop. Let's just say that. It sounds a little bit better. Using for loop. Yeah, it's better. All right, so for x in range 5. Let's say 5, and you can change this. I'll show you the difference and what I mean here. And then remember to indent, to say that you print. This is you know, dependent on this one here, so that's why you indent, meaning that it belongs to this block. All right, and we're gonna print. It's gonna be in one. No white space there. White spaces there, and this will be it. So I'm gonna Control X, Y, and save. So now we want to run this Python 3 and then 4. See, that's the output we have. So let's say we go back here. If we go back here and you want to change this to 10, if you do that, you're gonna get and you can guess now what may be the results. All right, it's gonna be 0 to 9. Yeah, that's it when it comes to the for loop concept in Python, as well as the other scripting languages. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.